Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place. My name is Kara and I test new products so you don't have to. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to get notified when I upload a video. I'm really excited because for today's video, we're going to be trying out the new Colourpop Aurora Struck collection. I got the palette, I got a lip oil, and one of the light sticks. So we're gonna test all this out. I'm gonna do 2 eyeshadow looks with the palette, and we're gonna try the light stick and the lip oil out. Colourpop just released this collection, and for the light sticks and the lip oils, there are 3 of them, and then there's also some type of jelly eye cream, something. I don't know what it is, I forget, but there's a whole collection that you can get right here. If you were to get the whole collection, it's only $99, which Colourpop's prices are phenomenal and their products are phenomenal. So we're first going to start off with the lip oil. So the lip oil goes for $10. You can buy them separately or you can buy them as a bundle, and that saves you a little bit of money, so it's $27 if you were to get all 3. Here's the packaging for the lip oil. I am in love with the packaging. It's gorgeous. And then here is the actual lip oil. I got mine in the shade Lite, SZN. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, if you just say the letters SZN or if it's something else, I'm not sure. But it's considered a sheer baby blue. Here's a swatch of the lip oil. It's obviously clear. You're not going to really be able to see it. So putting it on the lips by itself, it's going to be clear. But if I put it over top of a lipstick, it might look a little better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on clear right now. Towards the end of the video, after we do the 2 tutorials, I will take it off, put some lipstick on, and then put this over top of it. So I zoomed you in a little bit so we can apply this to the lips. So this is a sheer formula with a touch of color. It is lightweight, it has a gel oil texture, and it's supposed to be very moisturizing. Obviously it is clear, but it has this hint of blue, and I don't even know if you're able to see it on camera. But in person, it can pick up like the blue in it. It's very light, so it's not like, you know, blue in your face. But it's very pretty. It is very pretty in person. So let's move on to the light sticks. Now the light sticks go for $10 each. There are 3 that you can choose from, and they also come in a bundle where you can get all 3 for $27. So here's the packaging. It's exactly the same as the lip oil. And then here's the actual light stick. I got mine in the shade Light Chaser. And then here's what the product looks like. It kind of looks like it's iridescent, but I'm sure the camera's not picking it up. And then here's it swatched. It's considered an opal with a teal violet duochrome finish. Now all the products in this collection are all inspired by the Northern Lights, hence the packaging, which I think so far the products that I've tried, well, the products that I have, they definitely represent the Northern Lights. So this is supposed to be a buildable formula. It's supposed to give a skin-like finish. It is very creamy and lightweight. I think that showed up really nicely on the skin. It's really pretty, and it blended out with my sponge very nicely, so it's not like overpowering. I do think it disrupts the foundation a little bit, only because there is foundation on the highlight stick. I love that this is giving like icy type vibes, but looking a little closely, it does definitely disrupt the foundation a little bit. I mean, it's not super noticeable, but it does disrupt the foundation. All right, so let's move on to what everybody's probably waiting for, which is the Aurora Struck eyeshadow palette. Here's the front of the palette. The packaging is all the same. I can't get over this packaging. It's so beautiful. And then the back of the palette shows you the shade names and then the ingredients of the shades. And the actual palette looks just like the packaging, and I've never seen Colourpop do something like this with their packaging. This is just, I mean, it is beautiful. I can't say it enough. I mean, how beautiful this is. And then here are the 30 shades. Now the palette goes for $35 and it was made in the USA. Now I do want to swatch the palette for you, but I don't want to swatch it live because there are just so many shades, so I'll probably do it in like 2 sequences for you. Here are the first 2 rows, which the shades are really, really light pastel shades. And here are the next 2 rows. As you can see, the shades are getting darker as we're getting close to the end of the palette. And then here's the last row, which is the darkest shades of the palette. Obviously, the shades swatched beautifully. As always, Colourpop's formula is just really, really nice. Let me zoom you in and we'll get started on the first look. All right, so I prime my eyes with the Rare Beauty eye primer and then I set it with a little bit of powder. So the first shade we're going to start off with is this shade right here. It's called Phenomenon. I'm using a Michaela Glamlight number 2 brush. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put that on the outer lid and then about halfway into the crease. The shade builds up very nicely. It's very pigmented. I'm now going to take a Sigma E25 and I'm going to go into the shade Journey. And I'm going to start by putting that on the inner part of my crease, and I'm going to use this shade also to help blend out the darker shade that I put down. Now this is obviously a pastel blue color. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but we will see. That blue is actually very pigmented and goes really well with that first shade that I put down. I did go back into Phenomenon to bring that color back so it doesn't like get lost. I'm gonna use the same brush that I was using the green with, and I'm gonna go into the shade Orca. This is a nice navy blue color, and I'm just gonna put this on the very outer part of my lid and crease. For the rest of my lid, I'm gonna go into the shade So Lit right here. I'm gonna use my finger. I will have to probably go in with a brush too because my nails aren't gonna be able to get into the inner corner. We're gonna put that on the lid. Oh wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Let me get a brush. I'm gonna use the Sigma E54. I am gonna spray the brush before I apply the shadow. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. The shade looks white in the pan, but when you apply it, it has like these blue sparkles to it. Oh, it's gorgeous. I am just in love with the way that looks. Like I really want to do both eyes like this, so I'm going to go back to my green brush that I was using and just gently kind of blend this glittery shade into the matte shade. I just love how it's giving like those icy vibes. Like it's just, oh, I'm in love. Now for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna pretty much mimic what I did on top. So I'm gonna start with a NARS 14 brush. It's just a pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back into the shade Phenomenon, and that's gonna go on my lower lash line just about halfway. And with the same brush, I'm gonna go back into Journey, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner, or like the inner part of my lower lash line. And then I am gonna take just a little bit of Orca, and I'm gonna keep that on the outer part of my lower lash line. I went back to the shade Journey because I want to put that on the inner corner. I want to connect basically the top to the bottom. Now for my inner corner highlight, I'm actually gonna go into the Michaela Glam Light Pot 2, the highlighter palette, and I'm gonna take this shade Starstruck, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. All right, that's it for look number 1. We're gonna start with look number 2 before we like finalize with lashes. We'll do all that together at the end. All right, for the second look, I'm gonna start off with the shade Great Earth, and I'm gonna use a Sigma E24. I'm gonna start by just putting that shade in my crease, but just in the middle of my crease. The same brush, I'm gonna go into the shade No Sleep, and then I'm gonna put that on the inner part of my crease. And then again, with the same brush, we're gonna go into Bucket List. And I'm gonna keep that on the outer edge of my crease. Now this look, I'm just trying to use more shades because I wanna really see how this palette performs. So that's why I'm using different shades like this. I'm gonna take a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH45 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Dynamo. I'm gonna put that shade on the outer lid. I went back into Bucket List with that first brush, and I'm just gently blending over the outer part of my crease. So I want to deepen up the outer corner right here a little bit. So I'm going to use the same brush that I applied the shadow on the outer lid, and I'm going to go into the shade Icelandic. And then I'm going to put that on the outer lid, but I'm going to keep it more towards the outer part of my lid. Going back to that first brush and just gently blending again over top of the outer part of my crease. And then I'm going to go back into Great Earth. We're going to put that back in the middle of my crease to bring the color back just a little bit. And then the same thing with the shade No Sleep. I'm gonna put that back in the first part, like the beginning end of my crease. So I'm now gonna go into the shade Radio Waves, and I'm gonna use a Sigma E54. So I did spray my brush with some setting spray before applying, because I feel like this shade would look better like with your finger, but I have nails, so I have a hard time getting this shade on my lid because of my nails. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Borealis, and I'm gonna put that just like on the inner part of my lid. And then I am also gonna bring that up so it peeks through when my eyes are open. This is such a gorgeous shade, but I had to spray my brush to be able to make this pop a little bit more. So I went back to my Jaclyn Hill brush in the shade Dynamo, and I'm just adding that on the outer lid again. And adding Icelandic on top of that, but right like on the very edge of my lid. I'm going back to my Sigma E24. I don't have any product on it, and I'm just very gently blending over top of the shimmer. I definitely got some fallout from the shades that I used, so I would recommend doing your face makeup last if you can. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back into the shade Dynamo. I'm gonna use my Sigma E57, and I'm gonna run that along the entire lower lash line. Again, got fallout. I think it's from that shade because that shade has like glitter in it, and that glitter is just falling all over the place. And I'm taking a Sigma E42 and the shade No Sleep and just blending out that lower lash line. And then the shade Borealis, I'm putting that just on the inner part of my lower lash line, and I'm probably going to use this as an inner corner highlight as well. Alright, so that's it. So let me go do liner and lashes, and then I'll come back, show you the look on both eyes, and then I'll tell you my thoughts about this palette and the collection. Alright, I'm back, and here's the finished look. I love the way both came out. I think my favorite is this one right here. It just, I don't know, it just gives that icy, frozen vibes. I don't know. I really liked the way that the looks came out. What I did was I added white in my waterline and then mascara, and then I put black in my waterline and mascara, and I think that that went well with both looks. Now as for my thoughts. All right, so I had said that I was gonna put lipstick on and put the Lux Lip Oil over top of it. So let me put something on. All right, we're gonna use this Colourpop Barbie lipstick. So it just gives little like pinky peach vibes. And then we're gonna go right over top with this. So it really didn't do much. I think it actually looked better on its own, even though you could barely notice it. I mean, you could see like a hint of blue, but I think this is better on its own instead of on top of a lipstick. At least the color lipstick I did. So as for my thoughts for the Lux Lip Oil, it's not bad. I mean, if you like a clear lip gloss that maybe gives you a little pop of color with a little bit of sparkle, then these are great. If you like something that's gonna give you more color, you're probably not gonna like these, but they are very hydrating. As for the Lite Stix, I really like the color. I really like how it just gives like that icy kind of vibes. I don't like that it picked up on, like it picks up your foundation a little bit. I mean, it's not super noticeable, but if you're gonna be wearing like a full coverage foundation and you go over top with this, it might not be good. Now, putting this on and then putting foundation or like a tinted moisturizer on over top, that might be better. But I did really like the color of that. I mean, the iridescent, like with the blue and the pinky, I love this. This is really nice. As for the eyeshadow palette, I can honestly say this is my favorite Colourpop 30 pan palette now. I, one, love the packaging. This packaging that Colourpop did is amazing. And then on top of that, the shades in here are beautiful. I mean, this whole collection is inspired by Northern Lights, and I can understand it because the pastels, I mean, just every shade in here complements each other and looks gorgeous on the eyes. And the pastels are very pigmented. Pastels are normally really light. You can't build them up. They, you know, they're very hard to show up on the eyes. The shades that I use, the light pink, the light blue, showed up and were able to be built, no problem. I think for $35, this is 110% worth it. Now, Colourpop does have a lot of sales, so if you are interested in the collection and the palette and anything, if you can wait a little bit, because as of right now, as far as I know, the 3 products I have are still available. I would wait because this will go on sale. Colourpop, like I said, has amazing sales. This will eventually go on sale. If you don't want to pay full price, the $35, just hold out. This will go on sale. I guarantee it will. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I will have everything linked down in the description box below. I'll have the whole collection linked. I'll have each individual product that I have, the palette, the lip oil, and the light stick. I'll have that linked, as well as the bundle. So how I said earlier, you can get 3 light sticks or 3 lip oils. I will have those bundles down below, as well as the entire collection. And then I will have everything else that I used on my face today. I will have that down in the description box below as well. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys again soon.